Most people think control equals power. The more you control, the more secure, successful, or respected you feel. But here's the truth. The constant need to control everything, people, outcomes, emotions, actually weakens you. It burns you out. It isolates you. It kills your peace. The Stoics had a different view. They believed that the only thing worth controlling is yourself, your mind, your choices, your response. Everything else, what people think, how they act, what life throws your way, is out of your hands. And when you try to control those things, you only end up frustrated. Freedom begins not when you have more control, but when you give it up, not in weakness, but in trust, in strategy, in wisdom. In this video, I'll show you why trying to control too much is the root of anxiety, and how surrendering what you can't control can be your greatest power move. Let's start with what control really means. At its core, control is a reaction to fear. We control because we're afraid of the unknown, of failure, of being hurt. So we try to micromanage our lives, thinking it'll protect us. But life doesn't work that way. Control is an illusion. You can't control traffic. You can't control someone else's loyalty. You can't control how people react to your truth. What you can control is your patience, your honesty, your resilience. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." The more you let go of what's not yours to hold, the lighter and stronger you become. Think of a time when you tried to control everything, maybe in a relationship, a project, or your daily routine. You probably felt exhausted, always anxious, never at ease. That's the emotional tax of control. The Stoics didn't chase certainty. They trained for chaos. They said, "Let me prepare myself for the worst and focus only on what I can govern, my character." Trying to control life is like trying to hold water in your fist. The tighter you grip, the faster it slips away. But open your hand, and it settles. That's the paradox. Real strength is open, not forceful. Calm, not rigid. Now here's the irony. When you stop trying to control everything, people actually respect you more. Why? Because control feels needy. It feels desperate. When you trust yourself enough to let go of outcomes, of people's opinions, of perfection, you radiate confidence. You create space for growth, for peace, for real connection. Letting go isn't passive. It's the ultimate power move. Because it says, "I don't need to force anything. What's meant for me will find me." That mindset is magnetic. If this mindset speaks to you, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Every week, we unlock more Stoic strategies for mental freedom. Let's talk about relationships. Controlling someone, what they say, how they think, who they talk to, will never bring you peace. It only brings resistance. Real connection comes from freedom, from letting others be who they are and loving them anyway. When you release control, you allow trust to grow. You allow real intimacy to begin. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. That applies to how we treat people. Focus on how you show up, not how they respond. What about work, goals, discipline? Letting go doesn't mean being lazy or passive. It means you do the work, but you don't obsess over the result. You commit fully to the process and surrender the outcome. This is the Stoic formula: effort over outcome. Control your input, release the rest. That's where peace lives. You want success? Focus on your actions, not applause. You want freedom? Do your best, then let go. When we talk about letting go, we don't mean becoming careless. We mean becoming fearless. There's a big difference between reacting and responding. Control comes from reaction. Freedom comes from response. Train your mind to slow down. Pause before trying to fix, explain, defend, prove. Sometimes silence is stronger than control. Sometimes doing less is more powerful than doing everything. Letting go is a discipline. It takes practice. You'll fall back into old habits. You'll want to take the wheel, force the outcome, overthink the plan. That's okay. Each time you catch yourself trying to control the uncontrollable, gently pull back. Breathe. Step away. Remind yourself, this is not mine to hold. You're not giving up. You're choosing peace over pressure, trust over tension. So let's bring it home. You don't need to control everything to win. In fact, the more you release, the more you rise. Control less, trust more, do your part, and let life meet you halfway. You'll notice your mind gets clearer, your relationships deeper, your energy stronger. The Stoics weren't cold or distant. They were focused, focused on what truly matters. And that's what I want for you, the power to stop grasping and finally live free.